Last time on Fantasy Adventure Machine. You can hear each rung echo in the hollow chamber as they're getting closer and closer.
Awesome! Love to die now.
I'm not going through any sort of existential crisis for trying to hack one of my theoretical friends.
Who are you? What have you done with Vic?
What the hell was that?
I'm pretty sure that's what I was making everyone run from.
It stands to reason that there would be a way to stop the signal from the lab.
Okay, so we ended with Van Helsing's speech, which means everyone gets one temporary stress box. That's either mental or physical.
Okay.
No, Doc. I mean, that was really beautiful. No, thanks for telling us.
You know, Jake Baum might know where that's from. He might recognize that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Play it again, Sam.
I'm going to go with mental.
I'll go with physical.
Yeah. And Jake gets one box of whatever the hell is useful later on.
I feel like Van Helsing would really enjoy that movie.
I agree.
Okay, so we are going to follow Zuman, Van Helsing, and Jake. As Jake leads them in a hurry around another building, you see that there is a mound, and there is a wall of concrete and a door. He pulls out a set of keys, unlocks the big padlock on the door, and it creaks open. As he opens it, this musty and dusty air comes out and hits you full force.
Alright. Jeez. Warn a fella.
You know, I don't really know these tunnels that well, and they're kind of like a labyrinth, but, you know, if we hurry, it should get us back to the lab.
Alright, let's go.
Okay. As he leads you in, the darkness swallows all three of you.
I mean, I could make a torch.
Yep.
Making a torch seems like a good thing.
Can I roll a resource check to see if I have the stuff I need to make a torch?
Yep. Go ahead.
All right, that was actually a very good roll for me for resources. That's going to be a +4.
Okay. You actually find everything you need in your hospital bag.
Great. Yeah, I pull out one of those sticks that you use to, like...
Stake a vampire?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, one of those. That's better than what I was going to say. And then I pull out a rag and I wrap the torch with it. And I pour some oil on it, and then I light it on fire.
Nice. Okay. You see that right as you light it on fire, Jake actually bumps into a wall, and then he's like, "Oh no! Oh great! Now, thanks, Doc. No, we can see this is going great."
Yeah. Alright, Jake. Yeah, come on. And I turn him away from the wall and towards the tunnel.
Always be prepared.
You hear from the depths of the tunnel the echoing of moaning and groaning.
Alright, we should probably go towards that, yeah?
I don't know if... No, should we? Really?
I mean, it could be someone hurt, Jake.
Jake, you know this base better than any of us. Surely you would know where we should be going.
As he leads you through the tunnels, it really does feel like a maze. As he leads you down one tunnel and it ends at a dead end, but there's stairs going up. And he's like, "Oh no, this isn't right." And he turns around and he goes back and he leads you down a few of these dead ends until you round a corner and there's a group of super soldiers running right at you.
Wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way!
So I'm guessing we're going to roll to fight?
Zoo is going to use the second before they arrive to try and shift into wolf form.
Okay, pay a fate point and you're good to go.
Alright, I shift into the wolf and start barreling down towards these super soldiers.
So it's going to go Zuman, Van Helsing, and then the super soldiers.
Okay. Is Jake involved? I mean, he has guns.
We can involve him, I guess.
Okay, we'll see how it goes.
if we have to.
He's like fumbling with his gun. He drops his bullets. He has to like pick them up. It takes him a hot minute to like actually load.
So we're going to run that and then we'll throw Jake in there and take it away.
Okay, so Zuman, as soon as he shifted, begins barreling towards these super soldiers. You said there were 3 of them?
Yes.
And so as he's about 6 feet away, leaps into the air, teeth aiming for the central super soldier's jaw and hits front paws and mouth almost at the same time into this soldier.
Okay.
All right, that is a +4 for fight.
Nice. You do a 2-shift hit on this one.
Excellent.
Van Helsing, It is your turn.
Okay, so now I think this is the first time I've had a proper look at them that was not in a shaft. So are they human looking? Are they undead? Do they look intelligent?
Would you like to roll me a lore check? Don't you have a stunt?
It gives me a benefit to investigating a known entity.
You got information about them before, so I would say they are known.
Okay.
So yeah, roll me an investigate on it.
Oh, so my investigate's 2, and I get 2 for my stunt, and then I rolled a 0, so 4.
That is still pretty good. So as you're looking at these super soldiers, you notice that their eyes are kind of rolled back into their head a bit as they're acting more on instinct than they are with their brains. They have metal brackets running down the length of their arms and down their legs with rivets in their knees and in their elbows. Above those metal brackets, their muscles are bulging, and you can see that elbows and the knees are the weak point.
Do they seem like they could ever live normal human lives?
After this, maybe. They are not undead, but they have been mangled by science.
Like F.E.
Okay.
Their humanity has been tampered with, but they are not undead.
What are you saying about my humanity?
They're low-tech effies.
Yes.
Okay, so being a doctor who is going to start taking his Hippocratic oath more seriously,
Oh, crap.
I don't think...
I don't think you have to worry about your Hippocratic oath. I don't think you've successfully shot anything this whole time.
I mean, honestly, and I have stopped Zoo from killing people several times. So, I want to try to, like, distract them or in some way draw their attention away from us so we can maybe slip by them. So, I will throw my torch at the ceiling so it creates a shower of sparks above them.
Okay. Roll me a shoot for that because you're throwing something.
I hate that. Don't say that. Wow, I've been hot today on rolls. That is a 4 again. This is just unbelievable.
Ooh. Okay. Awesome. So describe to me how that happens.
Yeah, so seeing their humanity, I do want to try and avoid killing them because I would also like to learn more about them and maybe let them live a normal life. I just want to distract them, so I throw my torch at the ceiling and there's going to be a bright shower of sparks that falls down and then darkness. And hopefully they don't super smell us that well. I don't know.
Super smell.
If they can give us an aspect or something like that.
Yeah, it does.
As
Yeah.
a side note, Dan, when the sparks hit the ceiling, the Zoo is going to jump off this soldier and just sort of try and like back away towards Van Helsing and stuff. So, using the cover of darkness to reposition myself in a way that's effective.
Okay. So what aspect would you like to put on the scene, Van Helsing?
Smoke?
Smoke screen?
Darkness and smoke?
Darkness and smoke. Okay, cool. Awesome. So yeah, you have successfully put that aspect on the scene. And then with that, they were stunned for their turn. And then it was Zuman's turn where he came back to the group. So
Yes, and because of the smoke, my sense of smell and sight is not as helpful as it would have been in the clear darkness before. So I'm a little bit stunned, and I'm snuffling to try and get the smoke out of my snout.
okay, Van
Hey,
Helsing.
that's your whole turn?
Apparently,
I mean, you can use your whiskers and, scoot along the side of the hall, maybe.
I'll be
Now
using
hold on
my
to your
sense
tail.
of hearing. Okay, so I sort of whisper back to Van Helsing and Jake. I say, "Guys, while they're distracted, let's go." And I put myself so that Van Helsing could reach out and touch my head and knows where I am and can follow me along.
Yeah, and I want to try to quietly, grope along behind him and, feel my way along the wall, maybe.
So we're now trying to sneak past them.
Yeah, now this is a sneak.
I'm actually picturing Scooby-Doo. I actually want you to roll me a stealth roll, and you can have a +1 from Jake.
Okay. Van Helsing, do you have stealth?
I don't have stealth, no.
No, he has old rickety knees.
All right, that is 3.
3. Okay, that is Good enough. You can see through the haze, Zuman. As you're walking by, the super soldiers are actually trying to find you in the darkness now. Their arms are reaching out, but their hands just swipe right by everyone as you lead them down the tunnel and past.
Okay. And I assume that because one of them is injured, we got a bit of an advantage on that. Made it a bit easier for us.
Yeah, that person was trying to stand up after.
Being bowled over.
Yes. The sound of the super soldiers fade away behind you as you creep further and further into the darkness, led by Zoo Wolf. Jake whispers, it's got to be around here somewhere.
What am I looking for, Jake?
No, to be completely honest, I don't really know, but no, there should be a door around here that we just open and then we get into the lab.
Jake, we've passed like 5 doors since we started moving. You gotta tell me these things earlier.
No, those weren't the right. No, you should be seeing like a light coming out, hopefully.
All right, there's a beam of light about 7 doors down. That wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
As you lead Jake and Van Helsing down the hallway, Jake runs into a couple of the doorknobs as he bumbles through, and you all reach the end of the hall at the door where there's light coming out of it. Jake, in the darkness, tries to go through his keys, dropping them on the floor. They clatter on the key ring. He has to pick them up and finally finds the right one. He unlocks the door and opens it. You're all bathed in the light of the laboratory, but the laboratory is a disaster. Tables are overturned everywhere. The large computer taking up the entire back wall is destroyed, with panels having been torn off. There's no sign of a super soldier in the laboratory at the moment.
At the moment is the important part there.
Jake, the transmitter should be here. Where is the transmitter?
You know, I thought it was there with the computer, but it's been torn apart, which means if it's not transmitting, then something else has to be. Maybe it's in one of these rooms around here.
I want to try and search this room.
Okay, investigate. Roll me a searching through the rubble roll.
And I rolled +3, good.
Okay, as you're going through, you have to overturn a couple of things and pull open some drawers, and everything is just a complete mess. But you just barely hear a sound coming from another room. Sounds like someone's grunting.
Ew.
Wasn't me.
Not that kind of grunting.
Zuman, I heard something in the room next door. It sounded like a grunt.
My ears perk up. I'll go check it out. You stay here with Jake and see if you can salvage anything.
Okay, for the sake of splitting everyone up from everyone, yes. I will continue to search the room while you go.
All right, Doc. If you hear a howl, then something's bad, and come get me. But if you hear 2 howls, something's really bad, don't come get me. Okay?
I think
Okay.
you should switch those because if you're dying, you
That's
might
exactly
only have
why I
one.
said it that way.
Best of luck, Zuman. I will be here doing what I do best, looking through a dirty study.
That's what you do
No,
best.
basically looking through my dirty laundry. That's what you're wanting to say, right?
No, I was trying to infer that my room was usually dirty and I was good at it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I always thought Van Helsing would be kind of a neat, clean person.
You'd think so.
Is it dirty or is
He's
it just
absent-minded.
disorganized?
He's cluttered.
It's organized clutter, but when you're trying to figure out if ghosts are real, you have to have a lot of books open to cross-reference, so it looks, to the untrained eye, it looks disorganized, but I know where everything is.
Makes a lot of sense.
It's always the ones with the sensitive nostrils.
Yes.
Zoo leaves to investigate. I just want to say that out loud so that you have it on audio that the plot is in fact moving forward, despite what listeners may think.
Okay, Zoo, you have come up against an obstacle, a closed door.
Balls. Okay, hold on. Argument here, Dan.
Okay.
Okay, forget that I'm there. Close your eyes. Picture these doors, okay?
Okay.
Now, describe the door to me in intricate detail. I'm going somewhere. Yeah, it's a door, not the Mona Lisa. Come on.
Okay, so the door is metal, and it is actually of a brown color. It's been painted brown. The door handle is protruding from the left-hand side, and It is, in fact, a handle, not a knob.
All right. So Zuman rears up on his hind legs and brings his paws down on top of the handle. And I know this works because I have dogs. And attempts to open the door with his paws.
Okay.
You should have baltoed it.
Balto!
He opens this door with his nail. He lifts up the hinge bolts thing. Just saying. Balto is a half wolf dog.
Hang on. When I have to take a bolt out of a hinge, I take a hammer and I have to like put a nail in there and like tap on the nail to get the hinge bolt out.
Yeah, well, Balto is obviously better at getting door hinges than you.
Yeah, because he makes it look easy.
The door hinges are not seen on this side.
In the way of animated characters being sexy, he looks good doing it.
Nice. Nice.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
I'm not going to question that.
Oh, come on. Everyone was in love with Robin Hood the Fox.
Absolutely.
What were we saying about the plot of this story again?
Roll me a physique roll there,
Oh, come on!
Balto.
We're opening a friggin' door. The save better be pretty low. Okay, I got a +3.
Okay, so the door budges a little bit, and as you come down on it in full force, it opens and it pushes some debris inward, so you're able to get into the room.
Okay, I pushed myself through snout first.
Yep, that's why I had you to roll physique.
Well, it's a good thing that I brought my whole body down on it instead of just trying to like nudge it with a paw.
Yep.
Okay, I squeeze myself in and have a look around, and what do I see?
Awesome. So on the far side of the room is an overturned desk, and a middle-aged man is under the desk, trapped, trying to push it up.
Okay, is there anyone else in the room?
No.
And does the middle-aged man appear to have all of his senses?
You can't really see him too much. You can see the bottom half of his body because the top half is actually hidden by the desk. And as soon as the door opens, he calls out, "Do I hear anybody in here?"
Yeah. I'm bringing help. You'll be all right, mate. You'll be all right. And then I howl once.
I'm going to wait and see if you howl one more time.
Okay. Shh. He's listening.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, was that the signal? Does he need help?
Perhaps we should wait a little bit longer to see if he howls one more time. No. Okay, long enough. Let's go. I get to the door, and I open the door without having to roll physique, because I have opposable thumbs.
And also the door's already open, my dude.
You do have to push it just a little bit further to be able to squeeze in. But yes, you are greeted by the legs of a man lying on the ground, and the desk is overturned, hiding the rest of him.
Zuman, is he okay?
He was talking a second ago, but you know the opposable thumbs. I can't get to him.
I just need help getting this off. If you can help me with that.
Getting what off? You're being very
The desk, you idiot.
non-specific.
If you can help me get the desk off of me.
Okay, do I have to roll to move the desk? I do have thumbs.
Yes, and Jake will also help with that. And so you'll get a +2 to your roll. Actually, we'll get a +3 from the stranger. So,
Hot dang. I rolled 3 5s and a 6. That's a good roll.
that is
Isn't that
+4.
all pluses?
Yeah,
That's
that's
all
all
pluses.
pluses.
Nice.
So, Van Helsing strong arms this thing and just lifts it above his head. No, I'm just kidding. But it was a lot easier than you had initially anticipated. If you want to describe how you moved the desk, you can, because you rolled all pluses, but
Yeah, I grab it the way that a normal person would grab a desk, and I pick it up as easily as if it were a school desk. And then I look down at the man trapped underneath and say, "Are you sure you are all right?"
If he insults you one more time, put the desk back on him.
the man underneath is going bald with a head of white hair. He has some creases around the mouth, and he looks up at you with a kind of a kind look. If you want to roll me empathy, you can.
That's going to be a 0.
Okay. He's wearing a black suit and tie, and as soon as you get the desk up off of him, he scoots out of it and stands up and brushes himself off. It was about time that you all came and helped out.
Who the hell are you telling us to come down here and help you out? Do you even know how hard it was for me to open the goddamn door? Come on. Also, I'm a wolf talking to this man. I assume he should react.
He looks at you, his eyes widen. No, looks like Jake, it looks like we found another. I think this will help us do a little bit of research, a little bit of experimenting. It might unlock some genes here and be able to create some better super soldiers.
My lips pull back over my wolf teeth, and I snarl menacingly.
And if you don't know who I am, you don't belong down here.
Kill him.
All right, you stay here then. We'll get out. You can deal with all the super soldiers, mate. See ya.
Jake, he speaks up. Mr. Gottlieb, you okay? No, what's going on down here? Who started this whole thing? Why are the super soldiers all going crazy? It's all going according to plan.
According to plan?
What the hell plan is this?
Your super soldiers wrecked your lab. They attacked me and my colleagues.
No, we had to test them. You fought the super soldiers.
Yeah, they tasted weird.
This is a successful trial.
I mean, the middle one tasted kind of like fish. Something in them is rotting, but you can do with that as you will.
Jake, where are the super soldiers? I lost track of them after everything went to hell and they came in and overturned the desk on me.
According to plan, of course.
That's all they did? They just overturned the desk? Like, one of
Left
them
me
was
for
like,
dead.
Screw you, man, and he flipped the desk and walked away? Like, that's...
Yeah, they were playing a card game, and one of them got really mad and flipped the desk over.
Yeah, he lost his vacation days in poker.
They were climbing up the elevator shaft, and a couple of them got out into the maze underneath the university.
Yeah, the rest got squished. But there wasn't a fiery explosion. We checked.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
But they still got out. This is a very satisfying development.
Zoo's hackles rise, and he sort of takes a step back and crouches a little bit and snarls again.
What's his problem?
You seem to be a giant dick. That's my problem. What? He's totally a giant... Dan, you've made this character to be a giant dick, right? Like, that's the point. That was the point?
Wait, hang on. Let me... I think I need to roll, like... I need to roll again. I don't remember him being described as a giant dick.
Keith, I really
Let me roll notice. Let me roll notice. Hang on.
You want to roll notice to see if you notice giant dick? You're rolling to investigate?
Hey, let's stop saying giant dick, because I feel like it's losing its meaning.
I do appreciate, though, that you are there to hate on this guy and give him sass when I am not.
I also...
Yeah, I got you.
I got your back.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Zuman, he does not look like a giant dick, but he is quite arrogant.
Same thing.
So this is the thing. Zuman and I had practiced earlier. If I raise my eyebrows, like one eyebrow then the other one, it means I want him to go stand behind someone so I can push them over.
We previously discussed bullying tactics.
Yeah, it's the tabletop him.
All right.
So, am I to understand that you are the man responsible for these super soldiers?
Is it okay if I interrupt with Jake, then?
Roll to see if you can interrupt.
I can interrupt. Jake Baum steps in front of Van Helsing, puffs out his chest a bit, and faces Mr. Gottlieb. What do you mean by satisfying development? Those super soldiers are gonna be out there in New York, and they're gonna be causing havoc. Mr. Gottlieb stands a bit taller, and he looks Jake directly in the face. Everything that is happening is acceptable. If anyone dies today, I consider that an acceptable loss for this trial period. It only proves that these super soldiers are ready to take down the Red Army and serve their country.
In this time, Zuman has gone behind Sydney.
Yeah, I raise my eyebrows. I raise my left eyebrow and then my right eyebrow at Zuman.
Zuman nods and gets into position.
Dan, did you just roll to see if you notice?
No, I rolled to see if Jake can punch Mr. Gottlieb.
You should get a +1 to this fight roll because of Zuman being there.
Okay.
And also
Sorry, I've been
+1 because
rolling a lot,
Van Helsing's there, so he can help you. So give yourself a +2 when you roll.
I'm still holding the desk, just to be clear.
You are.
You're going to swing the desk at him.
Okay, so here we go. You see that Jake is starting to shake visibly, and if anyone is watching, you see that his fists at his side ball up, and he takes a swing at Mr. Gottlieb, hitting him square in the jaw. Not knowing that Zuman is behind him, Gottlieb falls over the wolf and into the corner of the room.
Nicely done. And I want to put the desk back on top of him.
I mean, we should probably question him. He might have some answers as to where we can shut off the transmitter, so I was going to, go and stand on him and, threaten him.
Well, it's fine. We can still talk to him if he's under the desk, right? I mean, he was talking to you.
Yeah, sure.
Can I do that? I put the desk on him.
How have you been holding the desk this entire time?
Because I rolled 4 pluses. That's how.
You're a frail old man. And you're just holding a desk above your head.
He's not that frail.
I'm not a frail old man. I'm strongly built.
Oh, yes. I forgot about your square chest and
He's like Uncle
shoulders and
Iroh.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sensitive nostrils.
Yeah.
Right.
The only thing anyone remembers from that description.
Hey fam, sorry to interrupt these jaunts through the timeline with something as boring as ads, but here are a few words from our sponsors.
This episode is brought to you by the CIA. If you're interested in running off the books dangerous drug trials, selling weapons to cartels or freedom fighters, or assassinating leaders of South American or island nations, we've got a service for you. Give us a list of your leftist headaches and we'll make them all go away. Not only that, but we'll do it with style. Remember that time we tried to kill Castro with explosive cigars? Classic. And don't worry about any pesky repercussions. It's not illegal when you're doing it for the eagle. Use the code AKAMISAYSWHAT at checkout for a free interrogation with your next coup or brainwashing.
Hey, we have a lot of fun here at the Fantasy Adventure Machine. My name is Logan, also known as Chaos Overclock on the podcast. You probably recognize me from my voice. Anyway, please, we'd love it if you would subscribe to our podcast feeds, rate us on iTunes, and follow us on social media. You can find us by searching Fantasy Adventure Machine on any of your preferred social media platforms.
Zuman goes over to him and Mr. Gottlieb is under the desk with his head sticking out. And so Zuman just sort of walks over and snarls with his teeth right above Gottlieb's head. Don't get up. Should I roll provoke?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like he should be at a disadvantage because he's on the floor and he's dazed.
And I rolled terrible. So it's...
Oh, I rolled 3 pluses. So I got a +5 on provoke.
Nice. Okay, you can see that he's trying to put on a brave face. His voice shakes as he looks you all in the face and says, "You will all be held accountable for this."
Okay.
I think that in the eyes of history, you will be also judged and found to be guilty.
That was a sexy as hell line.
I serve my country.
How do we get him to stop?
Why are you asking me? I don't have a way to stop them right now. I'm under a desk.
You're gonna sleep under that desk if you don't give us some answers. How do we turn them off?
And why did you come down here in the first place?
To turn them the off. What is the confusion? How do we turn them off?
I will die before I let you know, you commie scum.
Zoo gingerly places his teeth around the guy's throat and presses lightly.
Foreplay.
You can feel the hot saliva dropping onto your neck.
Zoo, can you please roll provoke for that attack?
Yeah, happy to.
And then that means you roll will, right?
Yeah.
+5.
I did not get that.
Oh!
Very well done. For those who couldn't see, he bit down on his finger and to give that line. Very well done. Okay, fine. She has it. Gotta talk to her. She has the transmission.
I think it means Blythe.
I won't tell you the name or where she is.
I sit on the desk.
The crossbar that was there the whole time bites into his chest a little bit more.
The whole time, Jake just watches and does not stop you two.
He's so helpful.
He stares down, now former boss. Actually, it's not former because he hasn't resigned yet.
Spoilers.
Oh, fine. She's not far from here. She said that she parked her van out front somewhere.
Wait, Blythe has a van?
She probably has a time ship that can camouflage into a van.
Does she, ask little kids if they want candy?
Is it a white van?
Probably. She's evil.
I don't know what color it is. She never let me see it.
What side? North, south, east, or west? A big park.
We're in a university, you idiot.
Zoo brings his teeth closer to his eyes.
I don't know what side. I just know whenever I called, she was real close.
Zuman, it is enough. And I get off the desk.
Fine. I trot back to beside Van Helsing. As I walk away from Gottlieb, I swipe at him with my paw, leaving a single line of blood across his cheek.
That'll remind you.
Quickly, Zuman, we do not have time for him. And we close the door behind us. That way we'll have a harder time leaving.
Charlotte, let's actually see what you're doing. What are you doing?
I was going to get the scrambler.
Yep. So as you're running through the streets trying to find a police station for a scrambler, you actually run into Chaos and Effie, who are carrying a large bulked item covered in a blanket down the street towards you.
As Effie, I know what this thing is, so would I know if it's safe to drop my side?
It is not safe to drop your side because Chaos would not be able to hold the whole thing by himself, and you would damage it.
You would also damage Chaos.
Also Chaos.
Shar runs towards them.
Shar, my best friend, I'm so glad to see you. Do you know this guy? He's the techno messiah.
Okay, Effie, love you. Bestie for life. He's not the techno messiah. He's a gob. Hey, Chaos. Are you doing okay? Did you do something to Effie?
Nope, everything's fine.
Oh, Effie, is there a new trend that I'm not aware of wherever you guys were traveling to?
What do you mean, Shar?
I mean your outfit. Did Chaos choose it?
Actually, yes. The Techno Messiah decreed that I should wear this Faraday cage poncho for my protection.
That explains a lot.
Listen, everything's well planned out and under control. I wouldn't worry about a thing. We just need to get this to a place. Also, could you take this end? It's very heavy.
So Chaos and Effie, this right here is an EMP. Beth helped you with the schematics. It is a signal jammer that will actually jam the signal in a large area, but it is kind of incomplete. You need to do some final touches at the site where you're going to use it.
So this is going to jam signals.
I did roll a +3 for my physique, so I should be able to carry this thing.
Yes.
Oh, great. You two can carry it. I'll just keep fixing it.
Yeah, Chaos, so Dr. Van Helsing and Zoo went with someone called Jake Balm or something, and they're in a lab. So that sounds like something that you could do, I guess.
Did Jake still have the Pokemon cartridge?
Oh, I have the Pokemon cartridge, but it's in my pocket.
So then I assume that Vic was with him.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I need to go back to the past and get my Pokemon cartridge back then.
Wait. I have the Pokemon cartridge.
Yeah, but now it's old.
Oh. Well, yeah, they also used it as a key for an elevator, and then I think I destroyed the elevator. Or, Zuman did or something. I don't know.
I mean, there's not that much extra space on one of these cartridges. I'm not surprised.
We better get this back to the others. They're waiting on us to save them.
Oh, are they in trouble? I mean, okay, yeah, save them.
All right, so we're just going to put this here. That should be about the right coordinates. And then I'm going to have to finish aligning the neutron emitters. But be aware that usually when someone starts doing something like this, there's generally a wave of enemies that attack. I don't know why, it always happens.
Thanks for spoiling it.
I am from the future and very wise.
You're from the future? Chaos, what?
You're all from the future.
Oh.
Shar, we've gone back in time, so now we're from the future.
Right. Yeah, I've been through a lot of stress today, so I'm fine.
I heard about your phone. I'm really sorry.
The good news
Thank
is
you.
your internet should be back now.
Oh, MG, I have to check everything. Just like hold on a second, okay?
The bad news is when we set off this device, it'll probably wipe your phone.
What? No, I can't wipe my phone. No.
Back everything up to the cloud, like right now.
Maybe you should start sending some files to Beth.
I mean, everything should be on the cloud anyway, but like, am I gonna have to re-download all my apps?
Yes, definitely yes. Unless you want to put it in my backpack, which I've lined with foil to be resistant to electromagnetism so I don't lose all my school crap.
Can I just tear off some foil and borrow it for a bit?
It doesn't really work that way. It's more of like a mesh Faraday cage.
Do you promise that I'll get my phone back?
Yeah, I'll probably make some improvements on it even.
Okay, well, don't touch it. I'm putting it in here.
What's gonna happen to me if we set off the MP?
Oh my gosh.
I actually have notes on that, so...
No, absolutely. Well, no one will know that Chaos screwed with you because you're going to be entirely screwed.
So this is just your plan to cover it up?
Effie, I think you should run away.
How could I leave you here? I could never leave you with zombies, Shar.
Yeah, but if you don't leave, then, like, what if you forget who I am?
That's already happened at least once.
What?
I haven't forgotten you. I've only forgotten the Techno Messiah.
Again, Effie, gob. Say it with me. Gob. Gob.
Right, Gob. I haven't forgotten you. I've only forgotten the Techno Messiah. Gob.
A crash is heard above you as glass shatters fall to the ground around you. One of the super soldiers lands right in front of you as the doors burst open behind and more soldiers filter out of the building.
So, Chaos, how quick are you getting that thing going? Real quick? You're really quick?
I mean, if I had to
Right.
guess, it's probably going to be like 2 to 3 rounds of combat.
Shar takes a deep breath and kind of steps out away from the device and holds up her hands, kind of like waving them in the air, like she's swaying back and forth to the rhythm of Kumbaya. And she goes, "Hey guys, I know you're like probably controlled by this like flea or whatever that's going on, but I know that your humanity is in there. You just have to reach deep down, feel your heart, let your heart chakra expand, open up, and realize that, like, we're not the enemies here. It's whoever took away your free will. So just take some deep breaths. Everything's gonna be okay. Don't do anything to us or each other. Just be happy and full of love and anger towards those who wronged you." So I'm spending a fate point and trying to invoke good vibes only. So I have a +3 on rapport, and then I get a +3 with my good vibes only. I did roll a -1, so it is only a +5 on rapport.
Okay, this is actually one of the rare instances that I have rolled more than you on that. I currently have a +6 to my will.
You know, I think I will spend another fate point and invoke Word Magician, which is one of my aspects.
Okay. Out of the group of super soldiers, you see that 3 of them have turned towards you, and you can see their essence calm towards you. There's still one that is a bit stubborn and hasn't turned like the rest.
Cool.
But those 3 are completely friendly towards you and your group.
Awesome.
So we'll go Effie, Chaos, the super soldiers, and then back to Shar.
I shoot my enemy.
Okay. Roll me a shoot for that.
6.
That was an exceptional roll. Do you want to describe how you took it out?
I point my hand at the super soldier like I'm doing a finger gun, and then the tip of my finger opens and a teeny tiny little rocket goes out right into its eyeball. And then everyone takes a deep breath because they think it didn't work, and then it detonates.
Okay.
Chaos, you are not stressed at all. It's still covered in a blanket, but you have the schematics in front of you and need to finish a couple of things to make it fully operational.
All right. Well, Chaos picked up a little bit of dramaticism from his uncle Tony, and so he pulls off the blanket like a magician pulling a tablecloth off of a table very quickly, and he twirls his fingers in the air and pushes a button, and a speaker pops out because Chaos made some last-minute modifications to this device, as well as a fighting joystick. And he starts typing through things on the computer, trying to get this all working.
Okay. Roll me a tech for that. Are they speakers that you can hug with both your arms and your feet? Lego movie. Sorry. It's an old reference, I guess.
Yeah, that's a solid 3.
Okay. Good job. Keep working away.
Yep.
Okay. With 3 super soldiers that are friendly towards you, one that just is no longer, a group of 6 more come out from the building and rush at you all.
I think Shar ducks behind Effie and kind of shouts at the friendly super soldiers, like, grapple 'em, the headlock, things. She doesn't know anything about wrestling or anything, but she's trying to tell them to, fight them. And meanwhile, I'd like to roll notice to see, like, who else is around. I do think that Char would kind of be like, where's Van Helsing? Where's Zoo? If it's a real good roll, maybe she sees Blythe in a white van giving out candy.
I'm hoping it's a real good roll.
Well, I rolled a -3, so that's a -1 on my notice.
With the super soldiers coming out of the building, students around the university have gone into a panic and running all around the university grounds. You don't see anything. So, Shar, at your command, the super soldiers actually form around you, and they lock eyes with their fellow soldiers, and one of them goes to grapple.
I don't even know what a grapple is in real life. I'm assuming it's like a grab or something.
Grapple is a very large category of just anything involving trying to grab someone else.
Wonderful.
It is.
A grapple
Good
is a
command,
grape mixed
Self.
with an apple.
And he actually misses that grapple because I'm rolling terribly tonight. Another one actually tries to punch an incoming super soldier. Let's see if that roll did anything. That did!
Woohoo!
Okay, so his punch connected with his fellow super soldier, and
Popped his head clean off.
Nope. It connected with his jaw. The other super soldier just stands guard near you. Okay, Effie, it is your turn.
Is there a rule against me shooting at multiple people at the same time? Say, for example, I hold my hand out from going from a finger gun to, like, sideways, like I'm gonna give someone a low 5. Can I shoot 5 finger missiles?
I mean, technically, you're just rolling shoot, and if you had enough damage to kill multiple nukes, you would kill multiple nukes.
Yep.
I'm shooting.
Cool.
5.
Okay, I will mark this down. I did not roll a 5. Like I said, I am rolling terribly. Okay, you see that your bullet actually hits 3 of them, but they're still coming. Chaos stress is ramping up. You're now, again, surrounded by enemies.
Okay, so we're kind of going with the theory that I had a lot of time to prepare, right?
Maybe.
Excellent.
You made modifications to this thing. Did you really have that much time to prepare the things that you were supposed to?
So I'm going to hit this big red button that's next to the fighting joystick, and out of the speaker starts playing Guile's theme. And the robot ostrich streaks out of the sky, carrying the robot kangaroo and the robot dog.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Nice, nice.
And the reinforcements have arrived.
I want to make sure that you actually did this correctly. So go ahead and roll me a roll for that. Make sure that you program this all in.
All right, tech roll.
You know, that does take place of the fixing this thing up this round, so...
Okay. So what number do you think I would need to have to make this work correctly? Just curious.
From the sound of your voice, higher than what you rolled?
Yeah, but like, give me a number.
Are you asking for what my DC is?
What's your DC?
I would give it an 8.
So I rolled just 4 pluses, and it's an 8.
Oh my gosh!
Did you really?
No, not even a little bit.
Didn't think so.
Can you get there with a fate point?
I do not have enough fate points left to make that occur now.
Dang.
So the error that took place that kept me from having this really cool moment is that the wrong song started playing. So the song that starts playing is Baby Got Back, and no robots appear, and my turn is wasted.
This must be some of my trials from Techno Satan. I must take 40 days in the digital wilderness to overcome.
Chaos?
Yes?
If you go missing for 40 days, I swear I will destroy all the elevators known to man because you're not there to help me.
In the distance, I think Zoo hears the Baby Got Back song. And
This feels like a song that Zoo would respond towards.
Yeah.
Gob, what is this hymnal?
In the distance, wherever we are, Zoo's ears perk up and he says, Doc, let's go. It's gotta be the others.
Yeah, let's go.
And we head in the direction of the sound.
Okay, you'll arrive there in about a round. So
Okay.
nice. Okay, it is now the super soldier's turn, and they're going to surround Chaos and try and pull him away from the machine.
I don't like any of these words that you're saying.
Go ahead and roll me a roll to not be pulled away.
All right, well, this will be an athletics roll for me.
Yes.
And I'm also going to be invoking my greasy teen stunt, which gives me a +2 to escaping physical restraint.
Okay.
Come on, dice, give me a positive roll tonight.
That's what I'm praying for.
5.
So we match, so that means you get a +2 bonus towards the super soldiers next time you interact with them.
No matter what happens, protect me. Also the machine.
Okay, Shar, it is your turn.
How close is Shar to Chaos?
I figured since you were all kind of in the same area when he put it down, I thought you were pretty close.
Okay.
You're in the same zone.
Shar gestures to the 3 friendly super soldiers and goes, "Hey, just make sure that, like, the machine doesn't get touched, or the person by it. Just grapple over there."
Grapple over there. Okay, so one of Shar's super soldiers runs up to one of the evil ones, grabs him from behind, and suplexes him over his back and into the ground, dealing 4 damage.
Nice.
Takes him out.
We should call him Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels. Okay.
Probably just Shar's Angels.
Yeah.
The next super soldier tries to do the same move, but is not successful. The last one. So I rolled a +6, and then to get away from it, I rolled -4. So that super soldier, that Shar's Angel, also succeeded in taking out another evil soldier.
So there are 4 left now, is that correct?
There are 4 left.
Yeah, I think Shar's watching this, and I think as she's watching it, it kind of starts to dawn on her that, like, she's doing exactly what person on the other end of the flee instruction is doing, and she starts to feel a bit sick.
Effie, it is your turn.
I use my gun arm, but not my extra gun arm, just my metal arm gun. I got a 4.
Okay. Are you shooting at just one?
Okay. I want to try and create, like, some space between Chaos, who is working on the thingy, and the super soldiers who are trying to take him away. Is that possible? By making my arm into, like, a 3D printed electric eel tentacle.
I don't know if you know how 3D printing works.
Of course she does. She's from the future.
Several days later.
There's no.
Very stiff tentacle just goes whack.
There's this person on TikTok who 3D prints things for people who like to fidget, that they're like these slugs, and they make these videos where they take them off and they have to crack them so that they can then be wiggly. That's what I'm thinking of. But my point is that it's like a tentacle, but it's like segmented because it's made of metal and not flesh. Because I can't do that, right?
No. Yeah.
Do you want to make a flesh tentacle? Is that a thing you want?
Here's the thing. If Sarah can think of something, Effie can do it. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
I feel like printing flesh should come later in Effie's abilities, because there should be some fetching restriction on Effie's abilities.
Do you think it would be fair to have her roll resource?
Yeah, rolling resource is a good thing.
Sure. Basically, it's kind of like, don't tease me, bro, but more marine.
And go ahead and roll resources to see if your body can do that.
I got a 4, because I rolled a 2.
Okay, that's actually a pretty good roll, and you can get a tentacle whip. Be very cautious of the EMP that you have right there in the way, but go ahead and use your...
Hopefully I won't be anywhere near the EMP device, since it'll be EMP device, chaos, my whip, super soldiers. My whip tentacle.
The inflection that you said, my whip, sounded like my wife. My whip.
It's my whip.
Now, are you trying to harm them or just like push them away? Roll me a fight instead of shoot to try and use your whip.
I don't have fight.
If you're trying to like move them aside, it would be physique, but if you're trying to harm them, it would be fight.
I'm trying to like move them aside and scare them away.
Roll me a physique to move them with your whip.
3.
Okay, I didn't roll that well. So you were able to like separate them away from Chaos. And with that, it is Chaos's turn.
All right. Chaos pushes the big red button again, but he's actually just going to work on the machine. Pushing the big red button changes the song, however, and we're now playing the Macarena.
I like big butts and I can't lie.
Because it just amuses me to think of these things as the background to this fight.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a tech roll to fix this up.
5.
5?
Superb.
Okay, good job. It is now the super soldier's turn. They're gonna try and get around the whip and get to Chaos. One of them is able to skirt around the whip to get to you.
All right. Greasy Teen! Oh, great. Super good. Got an 8.
Did you seriously?
Yes. Freaking lousy time for it.
Did you basically like pirouette over them?
Oh
like,
my gosh.
I mean, I have base 4. I rolled +2 and I have a boost, so...
Because I rolled a 4 to get around that whip and to get at you. Yeah, so describe how you dance around this.
All right. So without taking his hands off of the computer panels, he basically, as this guy reaches to grab him, he walks backwards up his chest and starts using his feet to make this giant super soldier do the steps to the Macarena dance, and finally kicks him and spins him back away at the end of the verse.
What the? Oh my gosh.
And then he claps and continues working on the computer.
Hey fam, thank you so much for listening to that episode. We want to let you know that this weekend is Michael's birthday. We're going to throw him a fantastic birthday, so come and join us. It is going to be awesome. We'll see you next time.